Welcome everyone to the show. I'm your host Don Vic. You already know what it is, what it should be, and what it could be. Today we got a great guest coming on the show by the name of Cynnamyn Robinson. Listen, guys, this woman is amazing. I mean, I don't had a lot of people on my show send me a lot of bios, but this woman's bio is like from here all the way down to New York. Impressive. One of the best bios I've read so far. Amazing, amazing, amazing. I don't even know where to start. I don't even know where to start. She has so much on her bio. I don't even know where to start, guys. But definitely, Cynnamyn Robinson, guys, is a singer, songwriter, actress, vocal coach, and who else knows what else? She's been on BET, the Encore. I mean, this woman has done so much. And we're going to have her on the show in a few minutes. And we're going to talk to her and find out exactly what she's done in the past and what she's doing now in the future. So before we bring her on, I just want to shout out Catherine COVID Pacino, ex-wife of Al Pacino, passed away a long time ago. I just want to shout her out. She's a very good friend of mine. Also, Nicole Vegas out of Las Vegas. Big shout out to her, actress, great friend of mine. Also, I want to shout out Parapost Network. Anyone that wants to see anything with the paranormal world, go to Parapost Network. You can see anything you want to see as far as the paranormal world goes. Also, Bigfoot researchers, you can go there and find it as well. So, you guys are welcome to go there and check out the page. So big shout out to Brian, Lavardi, Matt. Listen, everybody. So many people for me to shout out. I just can't shout out everybody. But, people, I want to bring in the one and only Cynnamyn Robinson to the show. So, people, please welcome Cynnamyn Robinson to the show. Hey! What's up?
Oh, I love that intro. I love it.
Thank you. Hard work pays off, right?
Oh my gosh, it's been a lot of hard work
Yes.
not over the years, over the decades.
Oh my goodness. Listen, I said it, and I said it to you off this. Your bio is so impressive, it's off the hook. Like it's one of the biggest bios I've read, and it took me like almost a half a month to read it. Okay.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I mean it's big, but not that big, okay?
It's big. It's big. You've done a lot. You've been in the industry, a long time. So, the bio speaks for itself. You know what I'm saying? And you're just an amazing woman. Like, who would look at you and know that you've done so much?
I don't know. Maybe some of the people that I've worked with since the 70s, maybe. Or since the 90s.
That's how far back she goes with her bio. Since the 87. Listen, this woman's doing a lot of work. Mark Lee, how you doing, my friend? We got Mark Lee here from the Paranormal House. Thank you for logging in, my brother. He says, hi, Cynnamyn.
Hi.
Yes. So, real quick, I'm not sure. You want me to bring your friend Redline in now? Or you want me to
bring him in a little bit later when you're ready to hear about, because he's going to come in. He's one of my students. He wants to come in.
Okay.
And I asked him if he'd like to just tell everybody exactly what kind of training he got and what it entails, like, to be a number one artist. So it's like you said, it's a lot of hard work.
A number one artist. Hold on a second. I like that.
That's right.
Okay. So, I Redline, give me 1 minute. I'm gonna bring you in a little bit, so you can just enjoy the show till I bring you in. So,
and it's Red Letter.
Red letter. I'm sorry. I'm just excited. I'm just excited right now. You have no idea. I'm excited. So yes, Red Letter. So tell me. I want to start by asking you, why is it so important to have a vocal coach?
Oh, wow. First of all, a vocal coach helps you to keep your chops up. You've heard that saying in Hollywood, you got to keep your chops up. I mean, if you don't practice and use your vocal cords the correct way, you can damage them along the way. So because artists do so much, like we have to record, we have to practice. You practice with your band. You travel. You do interviews. You're always using your voice a lot. And then by doing all of that, you lose sleep. You lose rest. So your vocal cords, you have to baby them. They are your instrument. If you break a guitar string, you can go buy another one.
Right.
But with your vocal cords, we only have that. And so that's why it's really important to have a vocal coach. Artists either approach the vowels the wrong way, or they don't have their mouth or their face formed in the right direction. I see a lot of artists try to sing through their teeth like that, and they're trying to push it through, or they're not breathing correctly. It's so much stuff that goes on that I cannot tell you how important it is to have a vocal coach. So, the right vocal coach.
Right. So basically, it's not easy. You have to train your vocals to be able to get a certain note out. Is that probably why my voice is like that? No, baby, no, baby, no, baby. I think I lost my voice. I think that's why I can't sing. I done blew my vowels out.
No, you sound pretty good. It's pretty good. But I hear the rasp. But also singers smoke and they call, they want to sing, but that really, really hurts your vocal cords. I mean, I hate to say it's like almost the number one thing, that's number one at the top of the list for abusing your vocal cords, so try to think about babying your vocal cords. Even when you have to change weather drastically, wrap your throat up with a scarf, when you're going in the gym and you're working out and you're sweating, and then you get under the air or you sleep under the air, you get post-nasal drip. It's a lot. Well, it's really a lot.
I'm glad you're telling me this, because guys, I give up singing. No more singing for me. That's too much work. Too much work for me. You know what I'm saying? It's too much work for me. I'll leave that to the true artist. Okay.
Well, did you ever sing? Did you ever sing? Were you a singer?
I sing, shower singing. You know how that is.
That's the best type of singing right there.
You sound so good when it start echoing off the wall. You'll be like, boy, Mariah Carey, watch out.
We used to set up back in the day when we first started recording, you have the 4-track.
Right.
A lot of people nowadays don't know what that is, but we had the 4-track. We used to set it up in the bathroom because you get the best echo and the best sound in there, Right. So yeah, I know what that's all about.
Yeah, and that sounds so good, like in the bathroom,
It does. It does.
So I'll be like, wow, I sound really good.
Yeah. So if you don't have a studio, go to the
bathroom. For real, guys. Mark Lee, go to the bathroom and practice. Mark Lee is he's watching us now. He's he sings rock. He says he drinks a lot of hot tea and honey to keep house at a lower temperature, to vocal exercise often.
Read the question one more time.
He says, I drink a lot of hot tea.
Okay.
And honey.
Okay.
Keep the house at a lower temperature. The vocal exercise often.
He does vocal exercises often, or he? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, he sounds like he's on the right track. But as far as keeping the house at a certain temperature, I mean, that's going a little drastic, but the hot tea, if you drink throat coat or maybe licorice, something that's going to coat your vocal cords, because your vocal cords are kind of like, you have to oil the pistons, in the car, keep them running smoothly, Right. And so drinking water, I see a lot of people that drink water before they go to record, you know. And if you wash your hands, you know, when you wash your hands, you notice you have to put on lotion
Yes.
afterwards,
Because
so it kind of like dries you out. So, you know, a little warm apple cider or apple juice or something like that, you know, that helps too. You can put a little cinnamon stick in there, maybe make a little hot toddy, you know.
okay. You know, people say try honey. So I tried honey one day. I grabbed some honey. When I went out, I had a bunch of bees chasing me.
That, I mean, there are a lot of myths out there too. So you just have to be careful to follow which one. Just do your research, you know,
Right.
do your research, and whichever one works best for you. But the one that works best for everyone is to have a vocal coach, take vocal lessons, and learn how to rehearse correctly. Because even if you're in rehearsals for your songs, your stage, or whatever, and you're rehearsing incorrectly, you're going to go out there and do it incorrectly. So, you know, I encourage everyone to get vocal training.
Okay. So so how do you start preparing someone for a vocal lesson? Do you be like me, or do you play the piano and play a note and they gotta try to hit that note? Like how do
Well,
you prepare them?
first of all, I like to hear a person sing, so that I can evaluate
Right.
where your voice is. I listen to your range. I listen to your power. I listen to your intonation, your pitch,
Mm.
your control. Okay. There's a lot that I listen to. So I have to, a lot of people will ask me, so why do you want me to send you a video as opposed to listening to me on an audio? Well, I like to see the video because I can see how you're forming your vowels, how you're forming your face, you know, because if you sit there and you're stone faced and you're singing, you know, and then if you talk like that as well, you know, it's gonna, you know, so
Yes.
I have to see like how you look, you know, how you're using your face. I have you raise your eyebrows. I have you drop your jaw. I have to see if you're breathing correctly into your diaphragm, which is
Mhm.
called your diaphragmatic coastal breathing area.
Right.
So if you're singing incorrectly, you're going to look like a football player because you breathe into your chest and your shoulders raise up and then you don't have any support, you know.
Wow.
So if you breathe into your diaphragm, learn how to breathe into your diaphragm because it really helps you to reach the notes you want to reach and not fall off of them or let your voice take control of you. You want to be in control of your voice at all times. So
Wow.
I teach you the little tricks like glottal attacks, feeling breaths, slurs, dips, punches. You know, we work on a song with song format in telling the whole story. So we break it down to from the intro to the verse. We break the verse down
Mm.
into the phrase, how you start a phrase, how you end the phrase.
Mm.
If you have to breathe in between the phrase, just
Right.
it all breaks up the feeling and the emotion. So I am big on emotion and passion and feeling. If you don't have that, you know, I'm like, okay, next.
See, I have all that, just not on the singing part. So I can just imagine Red Letter, going through these things with you, you teaching him how to use his vocals, um, it's not an easy thing to do. I mean, I didn't know that you had to go through all those steps just to sing. I thought you would just go in there and give him a little touch up with the singing and, you're ready to go. But this is a process. You got to.
Oh, it is definitely. And it's not just about the voice. You have to work out. So I compiled an array of exercises which targets your diaphragm. It helps you to have more control, more power. If
Right.
you cannot do the leg raises or the it's just so many different exercises, the V sits, or when you're hanging on to your chin up bar and you lift your legs while
Yeah.
you're hanging on, you know, and all that kind of stuff. But it is not just ab work. I'm working you from behind your abs, okay, and targeting your diaphragm. So that's a whole different muscle.
Wow.
So yeah, so
That's-
it entails a lot.
I didn't know it entailed all that work just to sing, like, because some artists and singers, they have it, they
Right,
just
right,
got it. And I know some like myself would need vocal coach, like I would need practice,
right,
you know
right.
because there's some notes that I can't hit, you know it's like I hit them halfway and then it starts cracking down. you
I
know
mean, there are a lot of singers who really have a nice voice. You're either you can sing or you can't. You're born with it or you're not born with it,
right,
right?
right,
But if you work on it and you can make it better, you can even you sound really good,
yeah,
but you can make it better. I mean, look at Beyonce. Look at the work that she puts in.
yes,
She's naturally gifted,
right,
right? She naturally has a beautiful body, but she
yeah,
works on it. The dance, the working out,
yes,
because she's shown some of the videos and stuff
right,
that she does.
hmm,
And so she makes herself that much better by putting in the work. I have run into so many artists who don't want to put in the work because they're like, I can sing already, so I don't really need that. I don't want to work out. And I'm like, okay. I mean, you see what I had to go through on the encore.
okay.
You watched the encore, right?
Yeah, I watched a little bit of it.
Mhm.
I was more, doing other things, and but I watched a little bit of the encore, seen a couple groups, that were on there. I like the Juice and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, you're gonna have to go back and watch it because the drama that was,
It's
you
a
know,
lot of that was going to tell you. There's a lot of drama going on. This reminded me like I don't know, like the Housewives type of drama.
yes, but when I got on, somebody told me that, we are already professionals, so we don't really need a vocal coach, and
Oh,
I'm like, well, look, wait a minute. I have been vocal coaching artists way longer than you are old, and a lot of these artists are even bigger and have achieved more, and yet and still they sought out training and a vocal coach. I've worked with, well, I don't want to get into all that, but I've worked with a lot of people, and um, they have come back and they've said that it has definitely paid off in their career. Definitely.
what
So
happened? Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, go ahead.
No, you didn't finish. Go ahead. You didn't finish.
I'm done.
Okay.
just said
Oh,
I just said that they have definitely they realize the training, and it has definitely helped a lot of people. And Shamari DeVoe is one, and Brandy, from Black. I started working with them when they were 12 and 13 years
wow.
old, and we've continually worked for the last 23 years. And look at the powerhouse, that they
Yes.
are now,
What?
So you can see that it definitely pays off.
What was the longest session you ever had?
The longest vocal session,
Yes.
when I'm in the studio with artists, I go in the studio with you and try and work your vocals, do vocal arranging and helping you to, get your emotion, your feeling, and, all that right there in the studio, your
Right.
breathing. So, maybe a good, oh, wow, 10, 12 hours. My daughter was in a group with Pretty in Pink. Shaka Khan's daughter was in the group,
Ooh. Wow.
Malini Khan. So they were signed on Motown. And I worked with Chris Stokes
Okay.
and I wrote 5 songs for their album. So we
Wow.
were in the studio. They put us in the studio Friday morning. We did not leave until Monday morning. So we were in there recording, writing and recording, just, writing, okay, this song's done, get in the booth and sing it.
Wow.
And they had to sing it like they've been singing it for the last 10 years.
Wow.
So, the vocal training really helped them, and they were kids.
Mm.
They were young.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that might put like pressure, when you write a song and say, okay, get in the booth and sing it like you sung it for 10 years. That's a lot of pressure.
If you know how to do it, you can fake it. It's just it's acting. And so that's why I teach acting, because it coincides.
Right.
If you're not a good actor, you cannot portray your character and get your character across the way it should be.
Right.
So when you're singing, turn your song, and I tell a lot of artists this: write your song down, write the lyrics down, okay? And read it, turn it into a monologue, and then act it out. So let's do it. Let's do a little test with you, Don.
With me,
Yeah.
you gonna put me on the spot?
Well,
Hey,
okay.
I don't want Red Letter to be laughing at me. He already looking like, go ahead, you gonna F up right now.
No, but if you turn your song, a rapper, I work with rappers,
Yeah.
and I mean, they have to sell the song the same way an artist sells the song,
Right.
a singer sells the song. It's all about artistry, You can, the song, Greatest Love of All,
Yeah.
Whitney Houston. I
Yes.
believe the children are the future. Teach them well and let them lead the
Let
way.
them lead the way. Yeah.
Right, there you go.
Okay.
So you could take that song and you could say, in so many different ways, you can say, I believe the children are the future, teach them well and let them lead the way. Well, what I want you to do as a singer, I want you to embellish or color some of those words in the phrases so it brings out a different meaning. So you may say, I believe the children are the future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Then it starts to bring it to life, and you start acting it out, and then you're able to bring people along with you with your storyline as you paint the picture. So that's what you have to do. I have my students do that. We have a whole class with that, and
Wow.
that's the hardest thing for them to do. That is the hardest thing for them to do, is to be able to not sing the song and to act it out. So challenge yourselves. All you singers out there, challenge yourselves so that you can, get in the mirror and see if you can do that or not before you call me.
Well, Cinnamon, I'm gonna be after this show. I'm gonna be in the mirror 24/7.
You have a lot of characters. See, you're on the radio all the time, so you have a lot of character. I hear the different inflections and embellishments in your voice. You have vocal gymnastics and all that kind of stuff.
Okay. Okay.
So like I played Dorothy on Broadway in LA. Okay. I was
Okay.
Dorothy in The Wiz, and I had to sing home. And so therefore I had to act it out. I had to be Dorothy, and do the, when I think of home, and all that,
Yes.
I had to do that. So in college, I got a 4-year scholarship in voice. I
Mm,
had to take acting.
right.
It was in voice, but they let me know that all of the arts coincide. They all, one without the other, it just does not work. So you
Right.
want to be a well-rounded performer.
Right.
Yeah, so it's a lot of hard work.
So I also know you done some stuff with Earth, Wind, and Fire, the Temptations. You want to tell me a little bit about that?
Well, actually, Ronaldo Ray, who is the comedian, he was rest in peace, Ronaldo. He was on The Father on Friday. He was on 227 with Marla Gibbs. He's done a lot of work. He was um, my joy. He was my manager,
Okay.
and he co-managed with Ollie Woodson, who was the lead singer for the Temptations.
Mm.
So they managed me. Yeah.
I love
And
them.
I went in the studio. And it was amazing just meeting the actual first Temptations, just being in the studio with them. they taught me how to write. You know, Al McKay from Earth, Wind and Fire. I wrote with him. You know, I mean, these are greats, like the greats
legends. You're talking about legends.
Right. And they actually they trained me, and they gave me the knowledge of just being out there and experiencing the world, like right there. You know, yes, you can go to school and do all of that, but being right there is key, you know. So that is, it was amazing. I opened for, Ali from the Temptations in Caesar's Palace, just different things, traveling and going around with them. It was amazing. It was amazing. I wish everybody could experience that.
Wow. How was it working with our friend Ronnie DeVoe from the New Edition? How was it working with him?
Ronnie he is amazing. He's such a sweetheart. He's such a legend. You would think that, his head was like this, but it's not. He's so down to earth. I worked with him and his wife, and they with Shamari, and they had a group, and I worked with them on getting their group together. It was the two of them. It was so cute. And I mean, he's just amazing. I took him through the exercise training, and he did it. Like, you should have seen him. Like, I have you sprint like a half a mile, like sprint down and sprint back and breathe into your diaphragm and get on the treadmill and run 5 miles. And you have to be at speed 5 or more, and then you have to do all the leg lifts and the exercise and all that stuff. And he is a trooper. Even at the age that he is now, he's in excellent shape. Like, he can still do it. He's amazing.
Wow.
Both of them.
I know this. Whenever I get a vocal coach, I definitely ain't calling you, because you ain't putting me to run no half a mile. Come back, I'll be dead. I won't be able to say nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how Red Letter is still standing around singing after all that stuff you be putting these guys through.
Oh, I mean, hey, one day you're gonna just have to. I'm gonna be back on with Lisa and Marcus, her artist Marcus, and Columbus Toy and Be Sincere. We're gonna do a vocal class on visual, so that on live, so that everybody can see how it all starts. And it's not. Don't come to me if you are timid, if you want to cry, if you are babyish, if you want me to baby you, if you want whatever. If you want results, do the work.
Right.
Do the work.
Hard work pays off. Big shout out to Lisa English as well, Columbus, Marcus Allen, and the rest of the crew.
Send a shout out to them.
Yeah, Brent Gaskin and the rest of the whole crew, amazing people. So let's bring in Red Letter, and I know he's been listening since we in this topic right now. Let's bring on people. Please welcome Red Letter to the show. Yeah. What's up, brother?
Hey, what's going on? How you doing?
I'm all right now. You gonna help me out? So, Red Letter. First of all, where'd you get that name?
I came up with that basically because I'm a writer, so letter, that has to do with writing, and then I write mostly like romantic type stuff or anything dealing with love and relationships. So I just felt like the color red goes along with that, so I just put them together. Red Letter.
Oh man, he's a good one. You'll go, ladies. Watch out for Red Letter. Okay, so. Tell me how it all began with you and Cinnamon. How did that start?
Well, I was getting ready for a show that I had I think it was at the Atlanta Botanical Gardens, a Valentine's Day show a couple of years ago, and I was doing it with a group, and one of the guys in the group recommended that we go do some training with Cinnamon, to get tight for this show. So that's pretty much how it came together. You know, I met her.
Hold on. So did you know at this point she was who she was?
No, I didn't know who she was.
Okay.
He didn't really say it. He was just like, you know, I know somebody we can go to. So I didn't really, you know, that's all I knew pretty much.
Okay, so when you got there and you met her, how was the training?
The training was not like anything that I had before, but it was great. I loved it because it was like training on new stuff that I never really trained with before, you know, as far as the whole physical part of it. You know, it was more like about getting the expression of the song through, singing with more than just, you know, your voice, singing with your face, singing with your body, you know, all that type of stuff, you know, just looking at it differently than I had ever, you know, looked at it before.
Kind of like,
because you're such a good singer. You just sing. Like, and I told him, I said, don't come in here just singing some words. Like, you could write that down and mail it to me in the mail. Like, what? You know,
Right. So when you look for a singer, you want expressions as well as when they sing. You want to see the expression when they sing.
Yes. I mean, yes.
Okay, I'm saying because I know some singers they got so much of a good voice, they just stand there and sing.
That's what I'm saying. It's like it will take you to the next level if you can get it across to people. That's what people are going to buy your record if they feel it. If they feel it, and if they don't feel it, then you're going to have to go back to the drawing board and get it right. So how many times did I have to tell you that?
I mean, yeah, a lot of times. And it even made me think of like, even, you know, my favorite singers and, you know, performances that I look at that I like. I mean, the reason that I like it is because I can see the singer, you know, feeling it. I can see them enjoying it, and it brings me into it. So it all like made sense when I saw that.
So how tough is Cinnamon when y'all having this session?
Very tough. I mean, you know, she gonna basically tell it how it is. She's not gonna like hold back or
corners with you guys or anything like that.
Yeah, she's not gonna butter it up really. She gonna tell you what you need, but it's very helpful. You know, it's very helpful the way that she does it.
Okay.
I mean, I try to be nice.
But it works. I mean, it works. It helps a lot. You know, you get your skin gets tough, and then you're able to look at it like, okay, yeah, I need to do this, and this stuff. You know, stuff like that.
So working with Cinnamon, how has it made you a better singer?
Well, I think it definitely it reminds me that, you know, you're always going to be a student of this. Like, there's never really just a point of arrival where you're like, okay, I made it. I don't have to practice no more. I'm too good for that. Like, it keeps me grounded in the fact that, you know, I gotta keep. It's a journey of improvement. It's a journey of consistency, and but yeah, and it definitely helped my tone. I think it opened up, you know, levels in my tone that I never really explored before, even I think that's one of the biggest things, honestly, just opening my tone, my vowels, trying to, you know, not being so closed up, having a bigger sound, and working with dynamics too, like, you know, not because dynamics in singing, you know, I mean, it's pretty much like everything. If something stays the same throughout a whole kind of story, then you can lose the listener. So with working in dynamics, it kind of tells a story, and it kind of, you know, gives the ear something interesting to, you know, be a part of. So
right. Right. Cinnamon, so what improvement have you seen in Red Letter that, you know, you can say he started here, now he's here? How has the improvement been?
Well, the first improvement that I'm going to say, and I'm going to say it live in living color, that he does not, it's almost like cutting him down to make him realize, yes, you do have growth. Because, like I said, he's a natural. You can his voice is amazing, which you're going to hear. He didn't even know I was going to ask him to sing.
Oh, I was too. I was too. I was just waiting for the right moment.
But I basically was like, you're not all that. What? Like, you need to come down and realize that you have room for growth because you're already here. And yes, I'm going to make you get to here. So he realized, he realized that and humbled himself. So you have to be humble. Right. You could be the best singer in the world. If you're not humble, you cannot learn.
That's right. And that's the key. Listen, brother, humbleness will take you so far and open so many doors for you. I've learned that the hard way to be humble, and man, it opens so many doors. People, they love you. It's just love, when you're very humble and you let yourself be taught. Everybody teaches you something. You take that in. Not that you're gonna take everybody's advice or whatever, but you're humble, man. You learn so much, man. If you're a great listener as well.
And that's what he has done. He realized that I had him working on Pavarotti's song. What is it?
Pavarotti, yeah.
Pavarotti song. Yeah. And he didn't realize that, oh my God, like, are you kidding? This emotion from behind this song can just make somebody cry. But it all has to come from the tone in your voice.
Right.
From the way you carry it. The words are powerful, yes, but now you have to make it yours. So every singer out there, whatever song, if you're doing a cover tune, especially your own song, make it yours and bring it to life and make us go along with. If it's a happy song, we want to feel the happiness. It's like Red Letter said, if it's a love song, we want to feel the love. We want to be in love too. You can't be by yourself.
Baby. Oh shoot, I love those songs, baby. I'll be all in there like Keith Sweat. Oh man. So give us a little nothing sad. I don't feel like crying right now. So give me something that you feel comfortable singing.
Okay.
Just a little something,
Okay, I'll do some. This is a Genuine song I like.
Okay, I like Genuine.
Now remember everything I taught you.
Okay. Let me remember. All right.
Stand up. Use your diaphragm. Drop your jaw. Raise your eyebrows.
Yeah. I stand up. My whole life has changed.
What happened? He froze on me.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he froze.
Did I go out?
Okay, no, you ain't go out. You went out. Okay. You killed the camera. I don't know what happened. Let's do it again.
Let's start again. My whole life has changed since you came in. I knew back then you were that special one. I'm so in love, so deep in love. You made my life complete. You are so sweet, no one competes. Glad you came into my life. You blind me with your love. You, I have no side. Girl, you open me. I'm wide open. And I'm doing things I never do. And I feel so good. I feel so good. Why'd it take so long? Me finding you.
Oh man, where the sign? Where do we sign this guy? Hey, where the labels? Where the labels at?
It's a little bit. It's a little bit.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Okay,
You know?
so had he sung that for me, which he just did, he would have to put more emotion.
Right.
You would have to finish your phrases at the end of your phrases. And I want your runs to be cleaner. I would like for them to be a little bit cleaner. So in the very beginning, you're not stretching, you're not using your full voice, right? So you have to give more emotion, because usually when you sing, you start getting to your crescendo part of your song, which is you have your exposition, and then you have your development, and then you have your conclusion. So when you're in your development part of the song, which is where he went higher, that's where you have to push a little bit more. So you get a lot of people who give more because they have to push more. But in those lower moments, in the very beginning, the first verse and that first phrase, that's your time to catch your audience. Because if you don't catch them right then, they're not really willing to listen to the rest. So it's like when you listen to artists on The Voice or American Idol or AGT, that's why they say, well, you kind of lost me, in the beginning, but then as you went along, you kind of grabbed me. That's because the song was getting into the push part, the development of the song. Right. So I would have him sing that first phrase again. Okay.
I think he was a little nervous because he was on a live. Was that a little bit? What you was feeling a little nervous because you was on the live?
Maybe a little bit.
Yeah, I felt it, because I'm like that. Mm-hmm. When people put me on the spot, I don't sing all the way out.
Mm-hmm.
I sing, but I just sing a little bit. Like I don't bring it all out. And I felt like that was, what you was doing. You was singing just so I can hear your tone. You wasn't really trying to push it all out. So I figured that he was a little, put on the spot. That's why he didn't push it the way you're saying, Cinnamon,
So so that's what I'm saying. Like you have to grasp, so the very first phrase, sing that first line.
The chorus?
No, the first line that you sang just now.
My whole life has changed.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is my whole life has changed, but I don't hear that your life has changed. I don't hear that. I need to hear that, and I need to feel that your life has changed.
She's saying, my whole life has changed.
Like that. Okay.
Oh, wow.
I'm saying. I'm just saying.
So when you sing an M, a word that starts with an M, start the word before the word starts. Start the M before it starts. So when you say, if you go, my whole life, you can start it with my whole, and then when you push the whole, bring it back, whole life, so it brings that emotion out. You know what I'm saying? So start the M before the M starts.
Okay.
Try it again. And then Don, you're going to do it too.
My whole life has changed.
Now let that crescendo in the middle. My whole life. We need to know your life has changed.
Okay. My whole life has changed since you came in.
Okay, we're just going to do that much. Almost. Don, let me hear you do that.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Okay,
no,
here we go. Ready?
And then come down on life. Taper life off. My whole life. That's your life, right? Okay. So that's what I want to hear. My whole life. I need that.
Okay. My whole life has changed.
Nice.
Hey.
Yes, you call yourself not a singer?
No,
Woo!
I don't write.
Nice.
You know,
But you see what I'm saying?
yeah,
So what I'm saying is we need to see what's happening. We need to hear what's happening,
right.
right?
Mhm.
And the line, every phrase has its own exposition, development, and the conclusion of that phrase. So it has to take us somewhere, take us on a journey.
Right.
So I needed to know just from that first line, my whole life has changed. So if I'm talking to you and I'm in this interview and I'm saying, you know what, Don, my whole life has changed.
I feel it.
You can feel.
I felt that.
You
I
felt
felt
that?
that. Yes, I felt that.
Mhm.
And that's what I want to feel in the song. It's not hard. Give it to me.
Yeah, just like the song. Every night she walks right in my dreams. Since I met her from the start. I'm so proud I am the only one who is special in her heart. The girl is mine.
Hey.
The dark girl is mine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
you like that.
Wow. Wow. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So do that again. And
Mhm.
then you were chopping it up. You were kind of like breathing in between. So let it flow. Do that again.
We try it. Um, every night she walks right in my dreams. Since I met her from the start, I'm so proud I am the only one who has.
Okay. So are you proud? You're singing it the same way. I'm
Okay,
so proud. Are you
I'm so
proud?
proud I am the only one who.
Yes.
Okay, is that
Yes, you got to push. You got to,
push it?
because proud is like your development in your song, in
Right.
that word, in that phrase. I'm so proud, so you have to make it different from the rest of the words.
Okay, I get it. I
Do
see.
that line. I'm so proud.
Okay, I feel like I'm being interviewed right now. All right,
Hey!
here we go. Here we go. Every night she walks right in my dreams. Since I met her from the start, and I'm so proud I am the only one who is special in her heart. The girl is mine.
Nice. Oh my God, you would be the perfect student for me. Where have you been?
The black girl is mine. She's
Nice,
mine. She's
nice.
mine. No, 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 she's mine. The girl is mine. Okay,
You
okay,
don't know
okay.
that song, do you, Mitch?
I know that Michael Jackson.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
I've heard
you
it
know that?
before.
You know the words to it?
No, I've heard it, but I just heard it before though.
Oh,
He's a younger virgin. You know what I'm saying? That's our
yeah.
time. He heard it, but
Now, now watch him when he sings like a J Moss or something like that. Like his riffs. Do you know any of his songs? Your tone is so much like his.
I don't know.
Any of his songs? But
Nah.
we're gonna have to work on some of those things. But you
okay.
see how intricate singing is.
Yes.
Training.
Right.
It's really, really intricate. And then in the studio, of course, when you're in the studio and you're with your producer and your producer says, okay, that was good, but do it again.
Right.
They're trying to get something out of you, what they hear. They want to be able to hear and to feel it as well. So that's why they're saying, okay, we say just, okay, that's good, do it again. But
Right.
now we can take it a step further and we can say, do it again, but do it like this. I need a glottal attack right here, or I need a feeling breath. So a feeling breath is like a, you know,
Right.
da
Right.
da 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 da. You know, and that's why Michael Jackson had all those intimate and I mean those little teeny things that he had going on that was made it huge.
Yeah.
Even in his dancing, he could just move one little finger, and
Yeah.
it was so intricate that it was just amazing.
Right.
It was amazing. So that's why it's so important to be with the right coach, be with the right coach, be
Right.
with the right choreographer, because some choreographers can just let you step through the moves. But what about the ones that make you hit every count? Like, everything has to be hard and on point, and it has to have meaning behind it.
Right. You know what song I would love to hear Red Letter sing? I don't know if you ever heard it by Carlos Santana.
Oh wow.
Oh,
You know who that is?
Maria, she remind me of a West Side Story, growing up in
Wow.
Spanish Harlem.
Yeah, I've heard it. I've heard it.
That song is so dope. I think you could play that. I mean, sing that. I sing it, but playing around, you know, I play with it.
Yeah, you have to learn it.
That. I need to learn that.
No, you go. Oh man, you learn that song, man. It's dope. It's dope.
Carlos Santana.
Carlos Santana is a very good song.
So, I think I learned some songs. I had a Latino band in Los Angeles, you know, so I sang songs in Spanish. I learned songs when I was taking opera in college. I learned some, you know, Latin songs and stuff like that. So yeah, I know. Let's see. Tanto tiempo disfrutamos de este amor. Nuestros almas se secaron tanto así que guardo tu sabor, pero tú llamas también sabor a mí.
What? Are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me right now? You kidding me right now? You saying Spanish? Oh man, that's not easy to do.
Oh wow, I love Spanish. I love
it. My goodness. Like
I love it.
That's impressive. I said it from the beginning. Impressive bio, impressive singing. I'm trying to tell you something. You know, you just keep blowing my mind every time. Time.
Thank you. You speak Spanish, right?
Of course.
Yes.
Oh
wow, we're gonna have to do a duet in Spanish. But yo estudio español en mi escuela por un medio año. Yo vivo muy cerca de Nogales, México, para 24 años.
What? I know. Red Letter, excuse us for a second. We speak Spanish 1 second.
Okay.
No, she said, you know, she lived by Mexico for a half year. She be speaking Spanish for a half. Listen, Spanish is a very good language to learn. And and if you can sing it, man, in Spanish, it's beautiful. You know, it's beautiful, man. If you can do both, man, you'll be amazing.
Yes.
So, Red Letter, you're gonna have to learn the song. He said, what was the name of it?
Maria.
By Carlos,
Or what is that the name of it?
Yeah, Maria.
Okay.
By Carlos Santana.
So in your next lesson, I want you to have that song learned, okay?
Okay.
Yo,
all right.
I want you to kill it because it's a dope song and it's hip. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna love it. Okay, so
wow.
You're also Cinnamon. You're also an actress, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so have you done any films? What films have you worked in? Any major films, or were they independent films?
Well, and I had, you know, like everybody has to start out small, right? You know, I was in a movie called Far Out Man with Cheech and Chong. Well, it was Chong, but Ronaldo Ray was in it.
I love him.
And so if you go to the scene of the woman in the VW and she's kissing Ronaldo Ray, that's me.
Okay, you got the good part.
and then I was in P-Valley, which a lot of people are watching P-Valley now. I was in the first season.
Okay.
Just different things like that. I was in Coming to America in the you know, where all the headdress, you know, and where everybody was fainting in the wedding scene.
Wait a second. Coming to America with Eddie Murphy?
Yes.
Okay, wait a second. So Grant Gaskin was in that movie. I don't know if it was Coming Back to America. He was one of the guys in the back. He was the darker skinned guy.
Oh, well, I didn't know anybody's name, but
you probably don't even know that Brent was in that movie as well. Good
But people were passing out in Los Angeles. It was really, really hot. And you had those long, the wedding dresses and the big headpieces and all that stuff. It was a lot of people passing out, but and then of course just being in the encore was amazing. It was really amazing. First of all, working with all of the 9 ladies that were from the girl groups, it was amazing. They teach you a lot. They teach you how to be on your game, basically. It was 2 girls from 702, 2 girls from Cherish, the twins, Shamari from Black, um, Aubrey O'Day from Vanity Kane, and then there was Keely from 3LW and Cheetah Girls. And then Nivea she's not from a group, but and the girls were really wonderful to work with, so that was my major role right there. I was on The Real Housewives with Shamari a couple of times. She was on The Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Okay.
Is my sound messing up?
I'm hearing something.
Sorry, my phone is about to die, and I left my charger at home, so I'm gonna have.
Oh, okay. Well, if you need to go, I'll call you back.
Yeah. Okay. It was nice having you, talking to you. I'll bring you back. We'll set up something. We'll bring you back and we'll talk to you. Okay. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Mitch.
Appreciate it.
Yes, that was Red Letter.
It was his phone dying. That's what it was.
Oh, okay. I'm like, what's going on here? She eating crackers or some chips over there or something?
No.
I'm sorry. So, encore, working with all these women, because when you got a lot of women in the room, it's always something about to go down. Okay. Too many queens in one room can cause chaos.
Yes, and it did.
Was that something that you had to acknowledge it and see it and deal with it?
Well, I wasn't used to that because I don't like drama.
Right.
So I've never been in a situation that was that much drama. It was new to me. And I feel like they wanted me to be part of the drama. I really wanted to tell some of those girls what I was feeling, but I kept it inside, so I did not join in the drama. And some of them they were taking it to 100. Wow. They were taking it to 100. Wow. And all I could do was just sit and watch and drink a bottle of water and say, hey,
And it's hard. It's hard when you want to say something and you can't say it. And it's just so hard to keep inside when you're a person that likes to tell the truth and speak your mind, and you have to bite your tongue because it's not your place at that moment to say anything. And then you got all these bunch of women, especially, when they're younger than we are, like younger generation. It's hard to deal with these, with the younger generation coming up now. It's very hard to speak to them, to get through to them. It's not like when you and I was coming up, we had morals, we had, certain things we can do, we couldn't say. There was rules, we had rules and stuff. Nowadays it's like open field for whatever.
Right.
So it's hard to deal with. Right. So Encore, how long was you on there?
The whole season.
You was there the whole season?
The whole season. It was on for 10 episodes. Okay. And I was on there to do vocal training, but to develop the core, so we did do a couple of scenes where I taught them exercises. We worked on exercises and developed the core, but those scenes were pushed to the side because there was so much drama going on in the studio, so people were in the tabloids and the podcast talking about, where is Cinnamon? I'm like, wait a minute, I was there, but I got cut to, they want to see the drama, and I guess that's what sells,
Yeah, yes.
But now they're asking for, what does it take to be a singer, to be strong, to have more control, to more power, more range. They want to see what it takes, all the exercises that I have and all that stuff. So they're asking me, wow, you should have your own show, you should develop your own show. So
you should and have me as your, have me promoted and
yes. Well,
and
you know
announce
that
it.
I'm thinking about that. I've been thinking about that a lot, because I have been developing artists for many, 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 many years. I have had boot camps. My students would have to meet at 6 a.m. We would have vocal training. Then they would have to go to another place to go do their physical training with Carla Dunlap, to another studio. They would have to leave from there, go to the dance studio to have their 2-hour choreo class. Then they would have to be back at my studio for their writing class we had a writer who wrote for Silk, and he wrote Freak Me Baby. His name is Tino. Okay. And my son, and his name is Tiku Robinson, and Errol Taylor. They, produced Silk, and they would have to come back. We had engineering classes, we had writing classes. They took everything. I made them work from sun up to sundown. Okay.
You was something else, but I would be like, listen, I'm done. I quit. Here's my gloves. Do what you want. I'm done. I'm out of here. Okay. I need to sleep, Cinnamon. But
that's what it takes. It takes,
right.
I started my daughter when she was 6.
Wow.
And then when she was 12, she got in Pretty in Pink. Tania Robinson, look her up, on Instagram. She's a writer, a hell of a writer.
Right.
She's got songs that we're getting ready to put out. And my son is, is her producer. So, we've got Zario getting ready to come out. He's one of the top. He's actually number one digital artist in the world. He had over 1 million views in like less than a month, and less than a week, put it like that. So we've got a lot of things working, and I just, I love finding artists and building stars. That's what I love to do.
You can build me as a star.
I will. You have a wonderful voice.
I'm not a writer. I can't write good. I write, but I'm not a great writer.
Don't worry about that. We got writers. My daughter writes, my granddaughter writes, my grandson, Tyler, he's a producer and a writer. My granddaughter, Nalani, is a writer and a singer. Everybody writes. My 12-year-old grandson is a producer. You can go on his Instagram. He's got songs for sale. Okay.
Wow. Okay.
Titus the Great. It's just all around family oriented.
I love it. I always wanted to do a duel. I just haven't had the opportunity all the time to do it because I'm not a writer. I write. I'm just not a great writer. You got people that write. You got great writers.
Right.
So I'm a mediocre writer.
Well, I've got somebody to, if you want to do a duet, either you can do it with my daughter. A good friend of mine was in Atlantic Star. She sang with Atlantic Star. Her name is Portia. She can do a duet with you. I have a lot of people you can get with.
I need training though. I'm not there yet. I need training.
Come on. You're talking to your trainer already.
That's amazing. I love you. You're so awesome.
You got your trainer. Everything is ready, built in, ready to go.
Ready to go. The writer, the vocal. I think you should have like your own show. Cinnamyn Robinson, vocal coach, voice. Like the show The Voice. And do something like that. Have some judges and bring in some of your people that you have coached and have them have a contest and
Yes.
have coaches, like me, or maybe judges like me, yourself, and other people there.
Wow. Well, we can have a contest on your next show. I had an interview with the IDIS. You can go on their page. I had a contest. We had over 60 entrees and whatever. And we had over 60 people that entered the contest. Okay. And we had the top 10, and then we narrowed it down to the top 5. And I gave free vocal training away to the top 5 singers, But yeah, that whole show is on the IDIS.
Wow, so I would love that. I would love to do something like that on the Don Vic show. Have some artists come on and compete live, with some background music.
Yes.
And I think that would be great.
Yeah, all we have to do is have them send in their videos. We created a channel where they sent in their videos, and we screened them, and we chose. And then I actually was on the Wanye Wednesday show with Petty King.
Okay.
And you can go on. We're going to be posting that. But that Wanye wasn't on the show that night. He had a show that night. So Petty King is the vocal coach for his show. So he invited me on as a guest vocal coach, and had a lot of the singers on the show come on and sing for me. And I critiqued them and gave them some pointers. And some of them were amazing. All of them were amazing. But yeah, one of them actually made me just boo-hoo on camera.
I would love to do something like that, and maybe for the winner we can give them a prize, maybe a plaque or something.
Where are you? Are you in New York?
I'm in Boston. I'm right next to New York. I'm like,
oh, that's why you know Ronnie DeVoe and his family.
No, Ronnie's from my city, from Boston. I grew up with his family. I grew up with his uncles, his aunts. They're from my neighborhood.
Why? So that's why you sound like Boston.
Yeah, Boston. Boston. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, Boston.
Yeah. So it's funny you say that, because I get a lot that I sound like I'm from New York.
Right.
Because of my accent. But I get it both. I'll be like, are you from New York or are you from Boston? I'll be like, I'm from both sides.
But yeah, right. You sound like you're from New York. Oh, but I do hear the Boston.
Right. So people, they don't know if to say you from Boston or you from New York.
So you could actually fly the winner up there to your show.
Where?
To where your show is.
Yeah. So, starting from when you started back in the 80s to now, you got a big, long career. What did you enjoy most? What did this teach you?
Well, it taught me definitely that there's always room for growth. Always. I learn from my students. I learn every day. I'm learning, and it has made me a better, not just a better performer or singer, but a better person, to be humble about, everything that it is that you do. You should always be open-minded to learn more and to grow. But I love the performing. I am a performer. My couch, my bed, my stove, refrigerator, everything is on stage. That is my home.
That's so cute.
That is my home. Performance is the key. If you don't like being in front of people or being in front of the lights and the cameras and the glitz and the glam, then it's not for you. It's just not for you. You should be behind the camera or be in the wing or be the lighting tech, or be the sound engineer. But don't, if you can't give it what it needs on stage when it's time to give it, move aside and let somebody else who can give it. And I've had to tell a lot of students that. I've had to tell a lot of artists that you're not doing what you need to be the artist that you should be.
Right.
So there are so many people that are in line behind you that are waiting to get to that spot. Move over. If you're not going to do it, let them on. Let them do it.
Right. You're right. And people got to understand this is a competition. You're either going to do it, you're either going to do it, or you're not going to do it. The next man's going to do it, and
exactly.
And I've learned the same way, how to be humble and grateful for everything that I get, and grateful for the people that come on my show. Got great connections, and I'm now shooting my own series. It's my first series that I'm shooting, first movie I'm going to be shooting, and
wow,
yeah, to tell my story. I have a story to tell myself, so I'm working on that now. I'm gonna start shooting Monday. It's gonna be
nice.
Yeah, so
congratulations.
Thanks. But definitely, you have so much experience through your vocal coaching, through your whole career, and you'll be the best candidate for anyone to link up to for any advice, any vocal coaching, because you've been there, you've done that, you've been on the Encore on BET, you've seen it all. So
a lot of my students have been on The Voice. A lot of students have been on American Idol. A lot of my students have been on AGT. I started out with Star Search. So I was working for Star Search.
Wow. Star Search, that's way back, right?
Yes.
That's like the first show, Star Search.
I was a talent scout for Star Search, and we filmed out there in Orlando, Florida. Wow. So, and I mean, some of my artists have signed with David Foster, and he was one of the judges, and, just a lot. I've done a lot. I've, worked with Jagged Edge and August Alsina, and one of my biggest acting stars is Omari Hardwick, and I've been on every side of the street basically for entertainment, but me entertaining that's where my heart is.
I love it. I love it, Cynnamyn. I love being in front of the camera. I love to play characters because it's a challenge to me.
Yes.
It's a challenge. It's like singing, acting, like you said earlier, acting and singing go together. And
yes.
And singing is a challenge to me because I've never sang professionally. Like I sang like hooks for my sons because my son's an artist, so he'd be like, Dad, I need like somebody singing, and I'll go on there and I'll sing for him. And but it's something, even if I do like 1 or 2 songs professionally, I'll be happy with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you're getting the experience. That's what matters.
Yes, the experience.
Get that experience under your belt.
Yeah.
And play different characters. I love playing characters every day. Me and my family, we start talking, and I don't know why you're talking about. Well, I don't know. I'm from I don't go there. I don't. We just start talking in different language, different accents. Just having fun. Right. But you don't realize that you may have to do that one day in a real role. That's so right. It's basically preparing you. So I don't know. Just have fun. You guys just. Don't take it so serious or so literal. Just singing is fun. I don't want to make it seem like it's such hard work that you don't want to try to take a vocal coach because it's so, I don't know. It's still fun.
You don't shut me down. I don't want no vocal coach. I'm straight. I ain't going to do it. I'm not going to be running on half a mile, sitting there talking about where Victor at. Victor running half a mile. He need his chords right.
Hey, I'm sorry, but what can I say?
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, it is what it is, right? Cynnamyn, it is what it is. If that's what they got to go through, that's what they're gonna have to do.
But look at it like this: look at the end of the day, you're going to be so good.
So
you're going to be so much better than you already are.
You're going to be so dead at the end of it.
Would you stop trying to?
I'm only kidding.
I keep trying to beef it up now. Come on now.
I'm only kidding. I'm only kidding. So, what advice would you give, anyone that wants to come in the industry? What advice would you give them?
Well, to do what we're saying right now.
What? Okay.
Get your training.
Get your training.
And, right now getting into the industry is so easy because the internet, online, you can put your own songs out there,
right?
Record your own video on your cell phone. You can do so much now.
Right.
So, they don't even look at they don't look at you. The internet doesn't look at you like you're dark skinned or you're not skinny enough or you're not this enough or you're not that enough. Right. And when I was coming up in Hollywood, I was looked at like that. I was judged because I was dark skinned or and different things like that. So we don't have to look at that nowadays. Now you can just, if you can sing and you can sell that song, I say go for it. Just put your stuff out there. Producers are a dime a dozen. You can get songs on YouTube all day long. There are producers selling their tracks. Write some lyrics to it. But like you said, if you don't write, there are writers are a dime a dozen. It's so easy to get out there and do it now. So there's no excuse for you not to do it.
Right. I would definitely want to work with you.
Well, thank you.
And and at least get some songs out. Maybe work with your writers and stuff. Because I love to sing. Singing is what frees me. Singing is what frees my soul. It's like when I sing, it's like I'm a whole different character. I'm in a whole different world. It makes me so happy to sing. See, I love to sing R&B, but I like to sing slow jazz. I'm emotional. I like to a woman to feel me when I sing to them.
Feel your inner soul.
Yeah, feel me. That's why I love Keith Sweat, one of my favorite singers. Because when he sings, man, it's like, dude, what girl won't fall in love with Keith Sweat when he sings?
I thought you were gonna say it's like butter.
I was gonna say butter, but I changed it a little bit.
It's like butter.
It's like butter. It's like butter. So, I want to thank you for coming on the show. We've been past the hour. That means this was beautiful.
Oh my God. We have. Oh, wow.
Hey, I love it because that means it was all good in the hood.
It was fun.
Yeah. So, where can people find you if they're looking for a vocal coach? Like, what do you have a website?
You can. The best thing to do is reach me on any of the social sites, social media. It is Cynnamyn _Robinson for Instagram. And just Cynnamyn Robinson across the board. Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn. My YouTube channel is Cynnamyn Robinson also. But I have another channel because I used to drive for Uber and Lyft for 3 years. Okay. So I started a car karaoke. So you can go on there and laugh at some of the people in the car karaoke.
Hey, that's a great thing.
I kid you not. It is hilarious. But it's called Riding Along with Cynnamyn Robinson. So
why'd you stop? You still do it?
I don't drive for Uber and Lyft anymore. Once I got an Encore, I was like, bye.
Okay. Well, but that's fun. I mean, that'll be fun to do if you can say you call an Uber. Yeah, I need a ride. And they have no idea that you're about to put them on the spot.
Right.
That'll be
right.
So
I just didn't after the pandemic. That's when I quit.
Oh, okay.
When in 2020, the pandemic, I was done. I was like, nobody's getting in my car anymore. No, not today. Okay, but I have enough material that I recorded for the 3 years. Wow. That I mean, it's a ton that I have not even put on yet. So
Wow.
that I need to make it an actual show. People would get in the car and they felt so comfortable with me, and they would tell me their stories and different things that would happen. One girl was kidnapped and sold into human sex trafficking.
Wow.
And that video went viral. So you can see that, all of that on my page.
Wow.
So Cynnamyn is CYNNAMYN.
Yes. So people, make sure you guys look her up, show her some love, tune in and see what she got going on. Cynnamyn, I definitely you got, we already got our numbers. I definitely want to talk to you, on some other stuff that we can probably work on and see if we can get something going on. Where you in California or you in New York?
Neither. I'm in Atlanta, the ATL.
Oh, you're at the ATL. Okay.
Yes,
okay.
Yes.
I got good friends out there in ATL. Her name is Mrs. Kimberly Newsom. She's an actress out in ATL. Kimberly Newsom, her son plays football for UCL, USC or something like that. But she's out there. She's awesome. I would like for you to meet her. You guys are kicking it up. She's definitely a great actress. She's been doing a lot of work out on the ATL. See, Cynnamyn, this is why I love my show, because I know so many people around the world. If you was to go to the UK right now, I can connect you with some people in the UK.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Oh, I would love to go to the UK.
Okay, this is what I'm saying, that I love my show. Yeah, I'm glad God gave me this platform. I've been doing this for almost 3-4 years now, and I know people all over the world, from Israel to the UK to Africa, Jamaica, you name it. I had on people on my show. You know what? Here's a funny story real quick. This guy, his name is Adam Davis Rook. He's from LA.
Okay.
He says to me, Vic, I'm going to Jamaica, for vacations. Man, I would like to meet somebody and do something out there. I said, say no more. Say no more.
Wow. Just like that, huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna link you up with the Jamaican artist named King Malachi from Jamaica. I'm gonna link you up with him, and when you go out there, you look him up. Tell me how he went there. They linked up and they made a song together.
Wow, nice. That's what I'm talking about. It's called networking.
Networking, all from a phone call. I did it all through hey, my buddy's going now. Would like you to meet them. Boom, 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 boom. Make it happen. They made it happen. Now they got the song and it's banging all over social media.
Networking. I'm all for networking.
Okay, so
let's do it.
Yeah. So listen, I want to thank you for coming on the show. You've been a great guest.
You remind me of Pitbull.
No, I love Pitbull. He's awesome. I'm just a bigger pit than he is. You know what I mean? But yeah, Pitbull is a great artist. Don't get me wrong. I love the dude. He's awesome. Your
personality is amazing. You are amazing. You're an amazing host. I want to say thank you so much for having me. I want to send a shout out again to Lisa and Brent and Marcus and everybody else. Everybody.
Yeah, the whole team, LLC, Lisa English Productions, the whole team. Lisa, amazing kisses to Lisa. Queen, you already know what it is. Brent Gaskin, everybody out there. So thank you for coming on the show. I'm gonna bring you back in the future, so we can catch up on what you're doing for the future, and we'll be talking some more on a personal level on our phone.
I cannot wait.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Take care.
Bye. Yes, everyone, that was Cynnamyn Robinson. Listen, this woman is amazing. You guys see how much work she put in from the 80s, 70s to now. This woman knows the industry in and out. You see the people she's worked with. You see how great of a vocal coach she is. If you guys need training, vocal training, that's the woman to reach out to. I recommend her. Also, want to thank Lisa English. She's an amazing woman as well. Brent Gaskin, the whole team. Look them up. The promotions from Lisa. Reach out to her. But I definitely want to thank everybody that logged in. You guys been great, awesome. Thank you so much for the love and support for my guests and the show. Tune in every weekend on the Don Vic Show. Log on to YouTube, the Don Vic Show. You can go to Parapost Network and check out the show. You can go right here on Facebook Live. You can check out my show and tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to share, because sharing is caring. And I'll see you guys next week, hopefully, with some new guests that are coming on the show. I'm cooking something up for you guys to see with Leonard Skinner Band. Okay, I'm working on something for the Leonard Skinner Band. I don't know if a lot of you know what Leonard Skinner Band is, but if you don't, look them up and you'll find out who they are. So, with that being said, guys and gals, I'm going to let y'all go with peace, love, respect, and y'all already know I'm out of here.